All right, thank you. And we're back. And I'm going to jump right into it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? Whatever. Wait, what was it? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah. And anyway, I'm going to jump right into it. If you look at here, Dr. James Davies, the doctor that wrote Sedated, right? If you just punch in Dr. James Davies, the first result that comes up is Dr. Alexander James Davies, MD, University of Maryland Medical, blah, 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 blah. James Davies, the politician, is the second thing that pops up from Wikipedia. James Michael Davies, Davis or Davies, I don't know, was born February 27, 1980. He's a British Conservative Party politician. But so that's the second one. Then you got a bunch of videos. Okay, the videos, one, two, there's three, four of the 5 videos that pop up are of the James Davies that I am going to be talking about today and possibly the next video as well. Then again, it's Dr. James Davies Jr., MD, Birmingham, Alabama, cardiac valvular disease specialist. Then it's back to Birmingham, Alabama, the same doctor. So then we got a video playlist of the doctor I'm going to talk about. Then we have the madinamerica.com interview and book review of Sedated. And I find it very funny. There's a sub. Hold on, there's a sub. Let me sub. How modern capitalism created our mental health crisis. Maybe that is a book, not a conversation, but a book topic. Anyway, I find it very funny that this guy, I'm not saying he's suppressed, but I put in there his information. I put in there Dr. James Davies, and the first thing is Dr. Alexander James Davies. Why would the internet give me Alexander? Who the fuck is Alexander James Davies? I'm not even talking about him. I didn't put Alexander in the fucking search bar. That's my morning. How's yours? Anyway, Dr. James Davies graduated from the University of Oxford in 2006 with a PhD or a DPhil. I don't know. A DPhil in social and medical anthropology. I should research that. Oh well. He is a reader in sociology, anthropology, and mental health at the University of Roehampton, London, a psychotherapist having practiced in the NHS. Secretariat, All Party Parliamentary Group, Prescribed Drug Dependence, co-founder, Council, Evidence-Based Psychiatry. I kind of like the sound of that, actually. He's written Cracked, Why Psychiatry is Doing More Harm Than Good, and his new book, Sedated, blah, blah, blah. It's a long interview. It's a long read. The first question is, could you explain on the theme of neoliberalism as it pertains to our mental health and give us a taste of the key strands in the book? No, I can't. What the fuck? What's neoliberalism? What is neoliberalism? Basically what James Davies is doing, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I've emailed him, he won't, or has not, or what. People are so busy these days. Anyway, it doesn't matter as long as the information is out there. Research of the research of the research would be you. Research of the research would be this, because I have watched his videos and I'm ordered the books coming, right? And then research is his. So research of the research of the research. So research. I'm going off on tangents. That's another thing I can't stand with this world we live in is on one hand of the conversation you have, I'm a doctor. I know what I'm talking about. And on the other hand of the conversation, someone will ask you, are you a doctor? No. Oh, so what do you know you're talking about? Okay, that could be good in the conversation, right? Okay, I'm a doctor. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, good. But like I said, on the other hand, there's those people who are like, Are you a doctor? No, I'm not. But what happens when it's, are you a doctor? Yes, I am. Oh, well, you still don't know what you're talking about. Because it's so true. It's so true. It's so true. I don't know if I've said it on this channel before, but I have had scarlet fever myself. When I was 18 years old, I had scarlet fever. It was nasty. Jump forward to today, and my youngest son gets a rash. And he's sick. He's got fever and weakness. Just get me healed. And his mother and his mother's mother, they're out. And like, you could take, or like, yeah, I'll take Junior, no problem. I take him to the doctor. She checks him out. He's like, yeah, it's just a fever. It'll pass. It's okay. I go, what about the rash? She goes, rash? I go, yeah, what about the rash? Where? I go, feel his arms. Feel his legs. Lift up his shirt. What about the rash? And she just, oh, it could be stress because of the fever, something like that. Stress because of the fever. Never heard that. Anyway, so I said, aren't you going to check his eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and throat? His heartbeat? Listen to his lungs? Well, what? Aren't you going to check him? You know, the pre-check that they do, the standard medical of care in America, say what you want about healthcare. Every time I saw the doctor, before he even or she even asked me what was wrong, look at the eyes, look at the nose, look in the mouth, look in the ears, check the throat out. Feel the lymph nodes. Okay. Listen to the heart, listen to the lungs. Okay. What's wrong? Doctor already knew what was wrong. Every time, 9 times out of 10, doctor knew what was wrong just by doing that. Just by doing that, standard of care. Anyway, so I tell her, check his throat, swab it, and she goes, to swab it, and then she goes, he won't let me. He won't open his mouth. He won't let me. It's like, unfucking believable. You call yourself a doctor. It's doctors like those that make doctors like these, Mr. James Davies. They throw them all in the same category. I won't do the rest of that. He had scarlet fever. She didn't check it. I go home. His mother and his mother's mother have him. And within, like, I'm not kidding, like 4 or 5 hours, we're in the ER. It's fully spread all over his body. He's getting ready to die. I take one look at him. This was during Corona. You can only have one parent in the room at the time. And I looked at him. I said, oh my gosh, Cub, you got scarlet fever. Don't worry. I'm going to go get this fixed. I left the room and I told his mother, he's got scarlet fever. She laughed in my face, as all mothers do, right, these days to their husbands. Poor guys. And then she laughed. I'll never forget this. She was like, scarlet fever. No. Wait, what's scarlet fever? Yeah, scarlet fever's got a different name in Swedish. So she Google translated it. Her eyes lit up. She asked the doctor, hey, doctor, is it this? Da-da-da. His eyes went, oh, shit. And they got the amoxicillin, the penicillin, whatever it was, and he was fine the next day. And that all could have been avoided had a competent doctor done her job. And just, I will take this swab in his neck, and he won't let me. He won't let me. I remember holding him. I remember holding his chin or his mouth for like a good 5 seconds. He fought big time. And it wasn't just the doctor. There was another woman, nurse or something. And so I'm sitting there, remember during Corona, feeling like, dude, anything I say, can, and do will be used against you. And you will never see your son again for trying to love and get him better from scarlet fever. Because it's their doctor word against my layman's terms words. So anyway, it's doctors, you got good doctors, you got bad doctors. It's all people. It's all people. There's pieces of shit politicians, and there's good politicians, right? There's crooked cops, and there's good cops, good police, right? Um, great teachers, horrible teachers, great lawyers, horrible lawyers, right? It all depends. It all depends. At the end of the day, I guess, on you, how you're going to navigate this world. Anyway, here's the second question. This ethos has become so embedded in our society that for many it can simply seem to be a given. How do you think it became so powerful? And he opens with neoliberalism. What the heck is neoliberalism? What does that mean? Neoliberalism. I don't even want to. He talks about Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan. Um, the 80s and 90s and how this happened. But if you've seen my other stuff on this other channels here, I mean you know that there's the DSM which came out a while ago, and there was basically like 5 conditions, and now the latest one which came out I think 2022. Don't quote me. Do your research on the research. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Everybody has something. Everybody has. Even the doctors have something. Have you noticed that? Read the DSM. Read the ADD, the ADHD, the OCD, the bipolar 1, the bipolar 2. Read the schizophrenia. Read it, and then go to your doctor. Talk to your doctor and look at your doctor like, man, I think my doctor's got ADD. I think my doctor's OCD. Read it and go talk to your doctor. Anyway, he's got some good information, and I think you should check it out if you're really interested on improving your mental health and your clarity. I think a lot of the stuff, it's not that we're being lied to, it's that we don't know. We don't know. They don't know. They don't know. For me, I was diagnosed in 2018. And then I was given a pill called, I think it was called Ergonil, for a year. And I had another flip out, and it was a boner killer too, that pill. It was hard to have sex on that pill. Even my libido was hard to get up on that pill. As soon as I got transferred to a new doctor and she switched me to lithium, there you go. It works for me. It might not work for you. It works for me. So, um, we're just guinea pigs, because it's a drug that's all drugs, I think, go to the brain, right? That's the thing. I could be wrong, but most drugs go to the brain. They alter the state of consciousness or the chemicals, and boom, local anesthetic. What does that do? You go to the dentist, they give you a shot in the tooth. Now you can't feel this part of the brain, this part of the area. You can, but your brain is saying you can't. It's gone. Local anesthetic. General anesthetic. When I had my open heart surgery, they put me under. I couldn't feel a thing. I could, but I couldn't. You know what I mean? You're gone. And then you wake up, you're like, oh my gosh, now I feel it. Oh, Doc, give me that morphine, Doc. Give me that morphine. Anyway, so I mean, like, just look at this part here. In 1980, the same year that Reagan came to power, the DSM, for the first time, reclassified occupational underperformance as a key index of mental disorder. And then he goes on to neoliberal more, which I don't understand. At the very same time as neoliberal states began to grapple with the need to improve worker productivity, i.e., the output of each worker per hour of their labor. So, in other words, America was telling the workers to not work for free, but, work like you got a gun pointed at your head, right? Fast, 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 let's go, and perform, and it better be good. And they were saying, we're tired. Occupational underperformance, you're tired. We're tired. We're tired. I'm tired. You're tired. We're just tired. Well, now that's a mental disorder. You can't keep up with regular working conditions. You got a mental disorder. Are you fucking kidding me? Everyone needs a break. So that's that's just world we live in. We live in this world where it's a long article. I don't want to go through the whole thing. I'd rather read the book and then continue to email him and see if it would be so cool if I had a guest on this. Who just popped up. Hey! And I don't know. Maybe he's retired. That could be a thing too. It's so hard to find people. And the AI internet tells you some bullshit. I seriously went, because Ricky Gervais is a big mental health advocate. And I was like, oh, he'd be fun to talk to. So hey, yo, how do you get a hold of Ricky? And the AI goes, oh, just write him a handwritten newsletter or a handwritten letter with your own hand. Just do that. And send it to this address. And no problem, he'll get back to you. I'm pretty sure that was some kind of like AI prank, because that's not, I can't find that page again anywhere. I was like, what is this? What happened was I walked away from my desk. When I came back, the screens were gone. They were off. You got to turn the screens on every 10 minutes over here at this place. And like, unless you're doing it 100% live all the time, the screen will turn off. It should have turned on 6 minutes ago, but it didn't, because I'm doing this to the people of the world of mental health. But that's what we're living in. To wrap up my thought tangent point, if any of this makes sense. You have politicians, you have lawyers, you have doctors, right? Now the politicians run the people, the lawyers legislate the people, and the doctors heal the people. Now, when something like this comes into effect, oh, hey, we have a DSM and we need, occupational breakdown, whatever that was, occupational productivity breakdown, whatever. Or no, this person has a hard time because they're addicted to caffeine. They have a caffeine addiction. They need Xanax or whatever. Then the politician comes, and in today's world, the politician goes, can there be money? Can we make money? Money? Do we get money? Is there money? Money, money, money. If there's money, well, then the doctor gets to move forward with said plan. And the lawyer, of course, will write all the letter of the law and how that is okay to do. A great example of this is during Corona, the 5 major manufacturing companies, Merck, Pfizer, oh man, I haven't talked about this in a long time. GlaxoSmithKline, maybe them, I don't know. Lilly, it doesn't fucking matter. There's 5 big ones. Do your research. And they're all were given, at least in America, you can't sue us if you take the shot and die instantly. You can't sue us if you take the shot and get the autism, the Asperger's, the fucking whatever, the figgle wiggle freakouts. You can't sue us if that happens. Yeah, the lawyers did that to the doctors and the pharmaceutical companies because the government was making money and being in control of pushing that all out. Follow the money, get out of the rabbit hole. Thanks for checking out my channel. I'll be back with more of this James Davis or Davies? James Davies. Davis. I don't know. But like what if what if it's true? What if this lithium is bullshit? I'd want to know that from my doctor. Because I'll tell you what is cheaper than America of this medication in Sweden that I live in, it still costs money. So thanks for watching. See you later.